Welcome back to Strength Cultures Podcast, number one in the hearts, number one in the charts. Thank you very much for checking back into our podcast. We really do appreciate it. We love all of the people that support the show. I just wanted to quickly let everybody know that we are running an 8-week offer here at the gym at Strength Culture. So if you're in the market to maybe sign up or change gyms because you're sick of your current training environment or you want to just get more out of your training and join our community, I think the 8-week offer is a fantastic place to start. Included in the offer is you'll get 8 weeks of gym membership, obviously, which includes access to the coaching, the coaches across 32 hours per week. I am back on the floor as well. So pretty much every day, both mornings and nights, you can get access to the coaches, get help with technique and anything like that. You'll also get 8 weeks access to our training programs on our training app, which is really good because you can choose the best program. We can help you select that program as well and make sure that it aligns with your goals and make any adjustments that need to occur. You'll also get a technique session with one of the coaches in your first week just to help you get acquainted with the space and also learn some things that you can apply to your training at that point in time. And then finally, you'll get a 20-minute nutrition consult with Didier to help you with some lifestyle and eating habits to support your training, both in training in the sessions, but also outside and actually move towards some body compositional goals. All of this is just $199. So it equates to $25 per week. It is the first link down below. It is everything that you need to get started with taking your training to the next step and starting to push your training a little bit further. Signing up now pretty much gets you to the end of the year. So it's a great time to get started. If you want to learn more, you can simply chat to us through the Instagram page, or there's a form on the link as well. Fill that out, and I'll be in contact to discuss your next steps. Yeah, we're back. Well, you got a few what, Charles?
A few people were upset that we didn't do a podcast last week.
A lot of people were upset.
I got messages. I was getting messages.
I got a Greek guy messaged me in Greek to the main page and was like, "Can you read that?" And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Must be speaking to Didier."
Not Jamie Smith.
Yeah, I'm like, Jamie Smith's more Greek than me.
No, it's like, I was like, no, it's Smith. I'm like, I couldn't read it either.
Jamie Smithopoulos.
Yeah. He was very nice though. He said that he had just gone back and listened to the whole thing.
Some guys did from 1 to 84 in fucking 2 months or 1 month or some shit.
That's impressive.
Is that the same guy? Fuck me.
I don't know. Did he say that in Greek?
No, it was in the Discord.
It was in the Discord.
Yeah.
Are we on now or not?
We are on. This is
crazy,
the start.
Mad.
It's 84 hours of listening.
Yeah.
It's an hour episode.
Give or take an hour.
Give or take an hour.
Yeah.
Some have got some spillover.
Some are definitely under as well.
Someone else
There's a good
averages out.
There's a good chance that this one might be under 2.
We'll see how we go.
Who knows? We could get in rhythm.
We could get in a rhythm.
Someone else who's done the walk, the re-listen is CJ, because he does a lot of like.
I know.
I'm
on a schedule.
You're on a schedule?
Yeah, I got some.
He's a big business guy.
Got some business.
But yeah, CJ, because he crosses the city every week. I think he's just been slamming like the early episodes. Like, I'm up to the point where Buzz broke his ankle, and like we're like reliving all the shit from like a year ago.
Yeah, we relived that on Saturday morning, and I wanted to spew. I forgot about the ankle. I buried it down.
What do you mean? What do you mean relived it? You hurt your
Because he's
ankle?
like, I'm up to.
No, it was just CJ was up to that part.
He spoke to you about it,
and he brought it. We spoke about it on Saturday morning, and yeah, he was like, sound of the crunch. I'm like, yeah.
Did he come to the gym or have you run?
He came to the gym Saturday morning.
Just echoed in the head.
Because he asked me to run on Sunday. I was like, yeah, no.
I ran on Sunday.
Not after the engagement.
Isn't he your half marathon man?
Yeah, we're doing it together.
But you're not running with him?
We ran once together. I wasn't going to run the day after the engagement.
How hard do you want it, mate?
Yeah, you don't want it.
Well, I just did it on Saturday morning.
I ran Saturday and Sunday. I ran after your engagement.
I did fuck all after your engagement. Yeah. Holy shit.
I did nothing Sunday.
I wish I did less on Sunday because I was working yesterday and my eyes shut. Yeah. The laptop. Yeah.
Spewing missed out.
Yeah, Buzz was here and I'm like, is everything all right? I was like, yeah, I'm just really tired.
Full day of business.
But I ran on Sunday, so it's worth it.
Crazy.
Worth it.
I just want to say, just from the engagement party, the Greek culture, you can't beat it. I know we joke about fucking, we've got a lot of Greeks in our community and especially in our staff, but you just can't beat the Greek culture.
Yeah. We're 75% Greek staff.
Yeah.
75%.
Yeah.
I think
and 100% in the heart.
Some of the Lebos have a really good, they go hard too. They have
60%.
those full drums and shit at they're pretty crazy.
He's Greek.
Oh, Jamie's Greek.
James Smith's full Greek.
80%. It's 80%. I'm counting Donnie. 80% then.
Oh, you're counting Donnie too?
Yeah, man.
80%.
Absolutely, Donnie.
Your Greek wife.
Greek life.
We're up there.
We're infiltrated.
Greeks galore.
Greek business.
But
Like
no, the
Greeks.
Greek culture is mad. Can you tell me the tradition about putting the shots on the ground and then everyone dancing around it and then like you can't touch the shot glass with your hand?
I don't
Like,
know.
What is that?
Charlie
It's
invented
just
that.
mad.
It's just mad.
It's just mad. That's it. That is the explanation for so many things. It's called the
the little like floppy dance with the arms like
Did anyone see my? Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like dance. I was doing the Zebeki core, and I'm like shouting. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was doing it. Was it all right?
Yeah.
it looks great.
Giorgio, your best man, is like, I thought you didn't know how to do it. I was like, I don't know how to do it.
You just
The shot-
fucking hover. You just
I
hover.
didn't see the shot was on the ground for mine. I almost kicked it over 3 times.
Oh my god.
People would have thought. You know how there's like the
You go around the shot.
legit.
Dean's good at it.
The legit.
Dean is the number one Greek.
Oh, I reckon. Who's also
I
up there?
heard
Dean's
that.
brother. Paulie had a great Zebeki Gore dance.
His
fucking
Zebeki Gore was
bending-
hectic.
Crazy. Loved
Paul
it.
went hard.
Paul does know how to do it well.
His was.
Fucking earth.
It's called the Zembeki core, and I don't know why. The shot, I don't know where that. It's just. Yeah.
Dean's probably currently listening and typing out in the Discord the explanation.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I want to know.
We need it.
I wanted the origin story of dancing around shot glasses and not touching them with your hands.
Yeah, we need it. I've teared up at multiple weddings
Yeah.
watching the Zebeki.
Yeah.
That's plural for Zebeki Gore.
It's bad because you get all the usually it's like the close people to the. So obviously it's Deuce and I engagement. So it's like I go, my dad goes, Deuce's dad goes, like my best man goes, my brother goes,
The important
Deuce's
people.
yeah, and it's
bridal
like
party.
kind of like that, and then it trickles. So then like I got my godfather, like mine or no, my godfather, he came in and did one, and then. That's why it's funny because then like Todd came up to me and he's like whispered to me, he's like, "Can I have one?" Fucking oath. Get in there.
What happened to your grandpa's arm?
He got bitten by a dog. Oh, Great Dane.
Oh, that's a big dog on a
Big dog.
small man.
Apparently he doesn't like old men. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. The lady was really nice, but it's a rescue dog or some shit. But doesn't like old men and little kids.
That's a thing that you don't. Good. As the owner, I'm sorry, darling. You probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah.
so.
Doesn't like old men and little kids.
Yeah.
Maybe have your 100-kilo dog with a
Apparently
fucking muscle.
she. Anyway, yeah. Well, that's what mum said. Anyway, my mum's been saying they bought a muzzle for the dog.
That's good first
Good
step.
start.
They bought a
to
muzzle.
protect a fair
Hindsight.
bit of the population.
Hindsight 2020.
They bought a
Just the
muzzle.
population that can't protect themselves.
Fucking hell,
I
man.
bought a muzzle, but apparently she had told my papu not to come, but he doesn't speak fucking English. He doesn't understand.
Move your fucking dog away.
But anyway, you as a dog, you got to have like, if you know that it's a bit temperamental with certain people, then you have to probably be proactive in
Managing it.
But yeah, because my mum was like, if a little kid ran at it, because a little kid also could run like they're, and it got its face or some shit.
Yeah.
Because like.
Also, your papu didn't run. He's 90 years old.
No, but a little kid would be prone to doing something like that because they're kids.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
fucking do shit.
And what happens then? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty fucked. Yeah.
Anyway, he's all right. And then he cracked it when he got to the engagement because he forgot his cigarettes at home. So my uncle had to go get the cigarettes.
That's completely fair.
Yeah, he wanted the cigarettes. So
It's on that analog.
he's on the analog dreamer in a digital world. So vapes are fucked.
Vapes are fucked. Absolutely.
Not good.
Just vapes. There's a thing on Netflix about vapes now.
Yeah.
I watch it.
Head spins galore.
Bring back smoking.
Bring back to
I would bring back smoking.
analog.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got bitten.
Bloody taxes, mate. Bastards.
He got bitten by the dog.
Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, unreal night.
It was a good night.
Heaps of fun.
It just goes so quick. You used to do the same thing with your wedding.
Yeah, it really does.
That was so fast.
Man, fucking
Your wedding felt longer than the engagement. The engagement went really
I
quick.
think weddings tend to feel longer because you go like
You have a
Well, I started
meal.
like 2 p.m.
Yeah, you have a
It was
meal.
yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
like
Yeah.
they do tend to feel longer because of the ceremony, the break in between, and all that. Whereas the engagement, you kind of starts 7, people get there 7:30, and we know it's midnight and it's over.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
all
tell
right.
you who was getting around it? Delhi.
Yeah,
You were getting around Delhi. There was a
I
bit-
was big time getting around Delhi.
Yeah, I don't know if you
I
remember-
really appreciate him.
Now, Delhi's a sick
I
cunt.
think he's an awesome addition to the
Yeah,
community.
shouts out Delhi. I know
Yeah.
you're listening. Recent, do you remember edition? It's Weapon Human.
Yeah, I just went up to him. I was like, "Thank you so much for joining up and like coming part of the
he
community."
brought an air fryer.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
We now have an air fryer at the gym.
Yeah,
thanks
well,
to
he
Delhi.
makes garlic bread here. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's it.
and he brings in. He seems to bring in a new piece of equipment every week.
New attachments.
Just
for the
attachments to the cables and fucking
mad.
little things.
And
Bought an
bring-
air fryer.
Great. What's next? Like,
I
where do
might
we go
give
from
him
there?
the room and he can sleep here. Come down, Delhi.
Had his
Delhi's a
first steak
weapon.
saying last week as well.
Yeah, how'd that go?
He gave it an 8 out of 10. Send me an audio message review. to the bread could have bumped it up a little bit higher.
I had my first.
Did the bread go soggy?
Nah, I think the bread must have been hard or something.
That was my only complaint. I would have preferred different bread. Other than that,
You don't like the Vietnamese roll?
Have you never had? You've never
That was
had
my
it?
first one.
Is it Vietnamese or Viennese?
Maybe Viennese.
I don't know.
It was one of those big crusty ones.
It feels like the ones that you have like a banh mi. It wasn't
Yeah.
like not tiger bread, but it's like the banh mi roll.
Yeah.
Steak Shanger.
So good. Fantastic.
Mad. So I'm back on I'm back on the shifts, boys. I'm back coaching.
And on the one-on-ones.
I'm on the one-on-ones. I've got 3 one-on-ones this week. Just full technique. I'm
Big
just going to
technique
start. I'm
focus.
about to swing that pendulum back.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking throw that pendulum back to the technique side.
Technique matters.
I did. I don't know if you saw on Instagram. A little technique video of Nick Baker's bench.
I saw that with the leg drive.
It actually did well.
Nice.
Reels got did well. So I was like, oh, mate, once a week, throw some. Because I think what we tend to forget is when you've been doing something for a long time, that those little things that you found really useful at the start, they're so ingrained that you don't even think about it. But like even little things like where to press, like when you're benching, like where should you be feeling the bar in your hands, and like where your elbows should be, forward, behind, under the bar, like little things like that.
And I think at the end of the day, that's where a lot of people, that's the crux of what a lot of people just struggle with. Like if you're training consistently, that's the first hurdle. Second hurdle is then productively training, actually good sound technique, good proximity to failure, good program structure.
I think especially when you coach someone for longer and longer, sometimes those little technique things, they become less of the picture. Not that there's never a focus on technique, but in the earlier phases of coaching someone, that's where you really tick off a lot of those things. But doesn't mean that stuff's not important, because there's plenty of people for whom that's what they need to see that little uptick in progress or make the lift make sense or whatever it might be.
Well, this was something I spoke about with Anna Wish when we went and after we had her on the potty last night. We went and had dinner with her, and she helped us with some Instagram stuff because she grew her following quite big. I think she started similar to what I've got now, a few thousand, and she's grown it to nearly 40,000.
I think she's at 40 now, yeah.
And one of the things she's like, what would you ask as a beginner? And they're the questions you should be answering. And yeah, I think we forget that sometimes. I know you went through that.
I think we absolutely have.
You're like, I've got to come up with new creative, new idea. And it's like, and this is something else that Chrissy Dask said. Alex will be listening, Alex Hayes, because obviously Deuce works for Chrissy, was you don't need to reinvent training. Which I really, when I thought about it like that, I was like, yeah, we don't. It's like those problems that people run into early on are the same problems that a whole bunch of new people are running into now.
Yeah.
We don't need
100%.
to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, well, even just like 2 of these one-on-ones that I've been helping out with, the common complaint is just heaps of lower back tension, just a bunch of awareness of my back for RDLs and deadlifts. And they've obviously tried a few other different things, and I had other coaches look at them. One was even seeing a physio for trying to work out exactly what was going on, but it was really just a technique improvement, awareness around sort of some abs, getting some ab tension, shifting the center of mass back, and finding a glute stretch and doing all of those more productive just things that I think we used to make so much content around, and I remember when Donnie, this was back at the first gym, but Donnie would be like, oh, another video on the rib cage. At the end of filming it, he'd be like, yeah, man. I'm like, how was it? He's like, yeah, man, another video on the fucking midfoot. But
the brother's like, do another stack video.
Yeah,
do another stack video.
Yeah, but it's actually crazy how many people still just, it's just not common knowledge.
No, I think, or if it's like there's awareness around it, but it's still no idea about execution.
Which is the main part.
Which, 100%. That's the part.
We used to hammer the structure. Mm-hmm. Structure dictates function. And
go one more time.
Start that again, Charles.
Go one more.
Structure dictates function.
Yeah.
I said it really fucking special.
Go one more.
Articulate.
Force.
Structure dictates function.
Nah, you missed it again.
Yeah, what's going on?
Dictates.
Dictation.
Dictation. Structure dictates function.
Yeah, can you explain that one for us, Charles?
All right. The structure or the way that a joint is made up will dictate how it's meant to move. So like the rib cage and the spine, for example, and this is why the whole concept of the spine's not meant to move as well. It's not. It's dangerous. So it's literally a bunch of discs stacked on top of each other with a gel-like substance in between. So why would it not meant to be bend and absorb forces and bend and rotate? It's designed to do that. With then these ribs that are also there's lots of them designed to bend and twist and rotate and move. Whereas you look at like the sacroiliac joint, it's like a large surface on another large surface. You'd presume not meant to be much movement there, which is what it's only got 2 degrees or something.
Yeah, 2 degrees per side.
Yeah, so the whole we used to hammer that idea.
Yeah.
Which is still something probably a lot of people don't understand.
Your hips don't go out of place.
Knees are not really meant to move much in rotation. They're designed to go forward and back, whereas hips, ball and socket joint, meant to rotate a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Structure dictates function.
Structure does.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I feel like there's been a few things happening in my personal sphere, but I feel like I'm just fucking.
We've got to be the biomechanists again.
Nah, just
Biomechanists.
just good training. I don't know.
Just good training.
It's just
It's
good
good training, but we do have that biomechanical understanding.
Absolutely. And
We'll
I'm
talk about that
definitely
shit
going to start
again.
throwing
People
it back
find it
out
interesting.
there. Yeah, a lot of people still just don't grasp some of those very key
And
base sort of principles.
It just solves a lot of problems or helps a lot of people with the hurdles that they're experiencing with their lifting. Like all the stuff that we've been talking about for years. And maybe just through social media or whatever it is, we haven't talked about it as much. But that doesn't mean we're not using that with the clients we work with. And maybe it's worthwhile just sharing a bit more because there's probably people who are following along who could benefit from it.
Yeah.
We're probably seeing a bit.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you can on doing one-on-ones with the boys, DM the page. Any
Come on
technique help? You're feeling something that you don't think you should be feeling, or you're not feeling confident with a lift, or you just want to sort of work through a couple of key things, like reach out. We're here to help.
I think I'm going to make more content like that loom style. I know David Gray does a lot of shit. It was actually it actually was so easy to make.
Yeah.
Because you can pause the videos as well and like rewind as you're talking. So then you do your 30 seconds and you can be like, oh, see, we're in this position. Very easy.
I like it. Did you know that we are available for both online and in-person individualized coaching? All of our services are set up to give you the necessary one-on-one support to take your training to the next level. If you sign up at the gym here as well, you get access to our semi-private coaching sessions on the gym floor, where we have coaches pretty much every morning and night to support your training and help you with any in-the-gym issues that you might be facing with technique or program structure or load selections and all of that. And then in the online setting, you can get one-on-one support, an individualized training program that's specific to you and your goals, as well as individual support throughout the training week so that we can help you both align your behaviors in the gym to make sure we're making progress, and then also outside of the gym with nutrition support or lifestyle management or anything like that. We love working with people that are looking to push strength as the main focus, as well as some body compositional changes or any of these endurance sort of hybrid strategies that we've been talking a lot about over the last 12 months. So if you're interested in taking your training to the next level and you enjoy this show and you enjoy sort of how we communicate and talk about the topics that we do, I'd recommend reaching out. It will be the second link down below to see our coaching services page, and you can fill that form out. I'm happy to have a call, and then we can have a chat about setting you up with the best suited coach to make your progress come to fruition. So keen to help, and hopefully we'll see you around. Come join the culture. Charlie, you were telling us that
foot's meant to move. Structure
there it is, yeah.
It is. It's made up of a lot of little
33 bones.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of bones, lots of movement.
DM for coach.
Simples.
DM for biomechanics help.
Why is that so tell me this, like those really like lifting myths of like the foot's not meant to move when you squat, like it's the arch is meant to maintain a strong arch.
You'd be able to follow it back. You just have to.
When you really look at it, it makes sense that the foot flattens out when you produce force.
The spine one comes from Stuart McGill,
Stewie.
which all the research was done on pig cadavers, so dead pig spines, and they would just put them in like these machines.
It was like thousands of fucking...
that just like flex and extend the spine, but it's dead. Like it's literally just a piece of any structure, and anything that you just go back and forth with is obviously going to break. And then eventually that they started to promote that you only have a certain number of extension and flexion sort of movement capabilities, exposures
before
before you blow your back out, and then for some reason that sort of got wind for a while, and people, and the core stiffness is important. Like learning to brace and do all that sort of stuff under heavy loads is really important, but you can't go and use that strategy to go and live your life. And the classic one is like bend over to pick up the groceries or anything like that. Like
with a neutral spine.
Yeah, never part in the back mechanic that you got to have sex with a neutral spine.
I think that's part of it.
Is it? Yeah. Like sex positions.
Yeah.
Kama Sutra.
It's
Kama Sutra be the
positions, but also
opposite.
It's a big
execution.
spit in the face. The Kama Sutra. That's for
I mean,
sure.
the Kama Sutra movement optimist.
Isn't that like
It's
5,000
every
hours?
position.
Fully movement optimist.
Flex, extend, the
Back
lot.
bends and shit. Bit of lateral flexion.
Yeah, microdose these positions.
There's definitely no neutral spines in a Kama Sutra thrust.
How old is the Kama Sutra?
I think it's like fuck it.
Couple years old.
It's got to be thousands, sure.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing numbers out.
Yeah, so the back mechanic then would become
Mechanic,
the opposite.
Back mechanic.
The opposite. So that's where that one came from. I don't know where the foot one. I would imagine though it boils down to powerlifting in some sense, like the equipped lifting, like stiffen up everything as much as you can, minimize depth, like
Back joints.
or it.
With your feet out
Because
here.
Kelly
like a sumo
Starrett would have
squat.
got it from some. Where did Kelly Starrett get the like aggressive knee out from?
Or
Yeah,
it could
so-
be like pronation. Pronation leads to like
IR.
knee valgus or IR. You do that. It's not efficient because it's not stacked, or you're doing ACL. I don't know. Maybe,
I think
know.
part of it also could be just like seeing some people who are built to do XYZ movement and everything just looks very symmetrical and fucking stacked. And it's like, well, see it, but it's like, well, that's fucking one.
Yeah, that's the whole
example. That
squat
doesn't- Yeah.
Everyone
I feel
fits
like
into.
there's always a degree of IR, and then you even watch Aaron Horshig squat you like clean. I watched a video of him cleaning,
And it's
Or
all
just clean and
IR?
jerk, and it's fucking heaps of IR.
Of course, it's heaps of IR.
It's like,
How else
it's like
can he gonna
what's-
fucking
you know,
do it?
how else are you going to do it? It's just
I think
interesting.
the powerlifting squats you can get away with not having it. As soon as they go ollie lifting and you're going full ass to grass and the snatch and
Yeah, you need to access
Especially if
the
it's a
range.
squat in
You have
rafts,
to
it's
get-
not actually to depth. Like it's a different movement
Yeah.
to fucking
Like,
a deep squat.
snatch and clean and jerk down when they're in those all those, like you look at all those lifters and their knees come in. They have to come in.
Yeah. So yeah,
Ductors, man.
that's probably what it is. It's probably the pronation IR sort of thing, just limiting that because that, for whatever reason, is
Bad.
taught to be bad. The devil.
The more I've thought about it, how can you label a movement as bad? Doesn't make sense.
No.
And I'm like, are we just so far down that way now that we're like, you'll adapt? You expose enough exposures to a certain movement, the tissue, and this is where the pig spine thing is stupid because it's like a human spine has adaptive structures around it that will get stronger and stiffen and whatever to make it not safe, stronger in those positions.
More robust.
It's not a dead, because even if you took a dead human spine and did all that, it would snap. It's
Yeah.
dead tissue. It's fucking dead.
It's like bending a credit card
Yeah.
over and over again. It's just going
Like the movement optimism, like I think it's fantastic. Like a graded exposure approach, like you will adapt, but like it's the technique still matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it still does matter. Like efficient movement
Is a thing.
Well, I think
is a
this-
thing to move bigger weights.
I
Like
think
it definitely is
from a
thing.
performance landscape, technique makes the most sense.
Yes.
Like when you want to move high loads, when you want to move high speeds, high
There's a better way to
forces,
do it.
there's always and the classic one is Greg Lehman talking about you take someone that understands parkour and you get them to jump off a roof and they know how to land. They absorb into the ground and they roll and they can just go off and run and do. You tell someone that doesn't understand parkour to jump
break
off the
their
roof.
legs.
They snap their legs, their spines, their femurs through their pelvis. And it's like, obviously, there is a better way to absorb and produce forces. It's just that in high loads, high forces, high speeds, high velocities, those things are more prevalent. For a lot of people that are just generally training and doing good, sound, structured
or
training.
just living their life.
Yeah,
Fucking-
yeah. Like it's really just like this load management strategy, and yeah,
There was a reel that David Gray put up of like Kenyan runners running, and as they hit the ground, their foot pronates, and like they get this big pronate flattening of the foot, internal rotation moment, because midfoot as the foot's under the pelvis, that's what you want, pronation, internal rotation. And it was so funny. You got the two schools of people commenting. One, these are just the best runners in the world expressing gait mechanics, like how it should be. And then other people, these runners need to do some strength training, like fucking blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it's just like that.
Some dickhead will fix them.
There's a problem with them, even though they're running marathons in 2 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, the way their foot's landing, that's not how it should be landing. It's like maybe
LeBron's squat.
LeBron. That's the classic one.
That's the classic one.
I
Like,
could
man,
make LeBron better.
if we got LeBron squatting
Just
better,
imagine.
if we get him squatting better,
He'd have
would.
15 rings. Oh my god.
you could make him
He'd have
worse.
43,000 points. Fuck.
Might make him worse.
It might. Yeah.
Might make
That was
him
I'd spoken to someone that went to, was it Darren Burgess? He used to be the HPM for
Yep.
like Port Adelaide, Liverpool, stuff like
Liverpool,
that. And I think one of the staffers that he had when he went in there was just like, we're doing movement testing on everyone. They had Luis Suarez, and apparently, according to the standards, Luis Suarez was a biomechanical wreck. They're like, he cannot be running the way he is. And they're like, he's been injured? He's like, nah. He's like, man, he's the fucking fastest player on the fucking team.
He's the best
player out there. What are you talking about? Like, seriously, just leave it. And if anything, by trying to change shit, we're going to make this guy worse, or
fuck him up.
We are going to potentially increase his injury risk.
Let him do what he does naturally.
Luis Suarez, I think back then he had the 1 year for Liverpool where he did score the most goals in the Premier League. I think it's been broken now. But that's what you're trying to fix, the person who's at that time the LeBron James level, best player in the league, scoring the most goals. He's a striker. That's what he's paid to do, score goals. Why didn't it fix him?
Yeah, learn something from them. It's the same thing with
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt off the starting blocks is always as another one.
Unconventional because he's tall.
And his knees just drive across midline into IR. And everyone's like, he could be so much faster. I'm like, mate, this is the fastest man ever
to ever do it.
He's the fastest man ever.
I think he's figured it out.
Maybe the others need to do what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also because I know they did it now. It's because he's so tall. That's the way he compensates to get
the legs through.
To get a turnover.
Yeah.
It's turnovers for everything.
It's all about turnover.
It's all about turnover.
Everyone, Olive, you use the word turnover, you know what you're talking about.
You know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Profits, mate.
If you can liken anything to make money, then you're sorted.
Boy, speaking of turnover, Olives are back. My wrist is healed. I was able to clean 60 this morning. I was smart. Didn't push past 60. Just a few sets of 60. Bit of a pop, bit of a catch.
How'd they feel?
They felt good. Felt explosive. It was good.
That's
mad.
good.
I must admit, one of the guys that reached out for a one-on-one, he was like, I'm struggling with my back pain with hinges. And I'm like, yeah, we could definitely. And he's like, I also wouldn't mind you looking over my Olympic lifting. And I was like, nah, mate. Sorry.
So see, Jamie, I'm happy to do it though. Like,
and then he comes in today and Didier's Olympic lifting. Like, fuck.
The only cue I've given to the 3 people that have asked for him, which again, I preface this with every one of my clients that have asked for it, which is 3 people. I have overemphasized how little I know about Olympic lifting. That's the first thing. The second thing is I don't know how to coach this. So if you're fine with that, I'm fine with it. And then the third thing has been we're on this journey together.
So we're going to learn some things.
Yeah. So if I find a tutorial that I'm
going to send it your way.
I'm going to send it your way. We're going to watch it at the same time. We're going to learn it together. This is the latest one is the Clarence Kennedy one. And the only cue I've given everyone so far is if you're pulling off the floor, tempo to the knee. That's it.
Slow it down early.
That's the only one.
Hold your shapes.
That's the only cue I've given so far. Oh, and look up.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
Get the pop. The look up one was because that was that day we were with Chris and Angus. They were all look up because we all looked down because of powerlifting. Yeah, and they look up. They were big on that.
Yeah, because
they're real. Feel your legs. Because a lot of people hinge into their start position.
Yeah, you want to feel some push.
Yeah. So instead, it's just make sure you're more in the forefoot so you can try load your quads up.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Yeah,
I got to get the hips through.
So if you're looking for one-on-one technique help with your Olympic liftings, reach out to the boys.
I've got a tutorial for you.
We're happy for it. Yeah, check out the vlog. I wanted that to get in the algorithm so bad.
That vlog was
didn't quite make the algorithm, unfortunately, boys.
That was fucking.
We'll get there.
That was one of my favorite vlogs ever.
I'd love it just get into the actual weightlifting circles and then just be mega triggered by the fact that we think
I just wanted it to get 2,000-3,000 views.
Yeah.
So if you're on the YouTube channel, please go and get the likes, the likes and comments up on the previous vlog.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to watch the whole thing, just watch the whole thing in the background or something, and just
keep it playing and then
get the average watch time up.
Get that retention.
Yeah, that's it.
Spike that retention.
There was a cue that worked out with my cleans last week. It was just extend hard.
Yeah,
extend,
extend through the
so even your back and everything.
Bit of Kama Sutra.
Well, the thing is, I think we're so a bit of Kama Sutra. I think we're so adapted to the stack position.
Yeah,
that it's you gotta fuck it off.
No, that it's hard to you think you're extending way more than you actually are.
Yeah, we're the other way. We're more flexed.
Our ribs, our ribs are so down.
We need to get so braced.
We're so braced. So I watched this video back of me cleaning where I thought extend hard, and I watched this video back and you are not. There's no lumbar extension. It looks like it's So we're not extending that hard.
Some back bends before.
Well, it's just I think the extend hard is just trying to get my hips to do something.
When I missed it last week as a cup day, but 2 weeks before that, you gave me some cues, and I felt my glutes more, the upper part of my glutes after my cleans.
Yeah, got those fibers.
That upper outer glute.
It was
don't tell Kaz. Got the secrets.
I got the secrets.
No, what was that? Was the high pull thing, wasn't it? Get your hips
High
through.
pull, but you were also like you and I was just like, but I've got to get the
Oh, yeah,
the
hips.
sound, your hips the sound. Yeah, make it.
Keep doing that one, Charles. Keep doing that.
We could definitely make a collab, Olympic lifting, Thai and Kama Sutra somehow.
Yeah.
Will
I think we're doing
Rattal,
it.
Will Rattal reached out and said that he wants to come down to Melbourne, and I said, mate, if you want to run a seminar here,
Fucking
run a
oath.
seminar. Do it with the boys. We'll do a potty or whatever. So maybe we could do some collab posts with
And
Will
he's
Rattal.
he
100%.
commented on my post last week too.
He's a monster.
We're in his circle now.
Fucking no.
We're not. He's only in our circle. We're in his circle.
Yeah, that's how.
We're in his circle. But I like him.
I won his tricking competition.
Yeah,
Yeah, I won it.
What?
you can see it in the vlog.
You can see it in the vlog.
The tricking.
Tricking, yeah.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, I
read
remember
the
that.
comments on the Instagram post. I don't know. You were
Tricking.
there. Yeah. Didn't you see his weight tricking competition?
No.
It's all right, bro. You know, in the
We'll show you
circle.
later.
You're not-
Obviously, you're not too far in that
you're not
circle
in the
yet,
circle,
Charles.
bro.
You're not moving off
Oh,
your field.
sorry. He's in my circle. He's commenting on my post actually.
You haven't commented on his, yeah.
No, I did. I commented on his because he hammers the giant sets, and I've been doing giant sets for my squats. And,
I love
Charlie
you.
invented the giant set.
No, no,
I
commented-
love you. I'm going to steal this later.
No, so I commented. I said, "It's great to see you using these off me." I commented and said, I loved been doing these."
Charlie's got a giant set ebook coming out next
Yeah.
week.
I said I have loved doing these.
And
the
they are now
squats,
mine.
the squats are really good. You get a pump, like it's
Run us through what is the giant set.
well. So giant set is doing a specific amount of reps, usually larger than your traditional sets. I've been doing 16 reps, but like I've seen he's done like 20 or 24 or whatever it is, something like that, and you're just trying to do it as quick as possible. So like 16 reps with 140 kilos on the high, but it takes me 7 minutes to get through.
yeah.
Like, and
So what? You just chunk it at like 4-4-4?
I did like 5, 3, and 3 with as quick rest as possible. So similar-ish to a density set.
It's like a strength
How many reps did you do?
16 on 40.
7 minutes.
Yeah. You wouldn't beat it?
Oh, I'm going to try.
Would beat it.
I'll try today.
I was winning
I've got time
competition.
for a full workout.
I'll try and do it quicker today.
Perfect. You don't have time for a workout?
I'll try and-
this is the
yeah,
exercise
yeah.
for you.
I also think you can do more than 16 reps at 140.
I think you can.
I did 2 sets of 6 at 150 like 2 weeks. One of them was 160. Charles, come on, man.
What would you do?
I
I
reckon,
did 150 and 160 for 6
And
reps
that's-
each.
what's that,
High
Charles?
bar.
Like 50
no
max.
squats.
Charlie, I
That's
reckon,
me,
how many did you
detrained as
do in
nuts.
7 minutes?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have been a little bit apprehensive to push my squat because I've been getting a bit of adductor DOMs and shit. And I've got a 14K run tomorrow.
Fair. I definitely
So
am not
I
running 14K.
have been just holding back a little bit. But as soon as the half marathon's done, I've actually got this thing where I want to like destroy my squat. Like I want to squat like and do like some sickening shit on the squats.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
How many?
Just like Tom, like and the thing I find, sorry, but interrupt.
That's all
You
right.
do it, you get them done quick. Your quads are fucking
Yeah, like
Liddy.
actual
Saucy.
pump. How many reps did you do again?
16.
I think you could do that in one set.
Oh, at 150,
genuinely think-
at 140.
I genuinely think
I
you could.
I genuinely
Yeah.
think you could. Because
Man,
I
it's 50% of your max.
so I did just with what you've squatted before.
Yeah.
It is. It's 50%.
I hadn't thought about it that
No,
way.
with what you've
It's
squatted
50%,
before,
but
me and Ollie Stokes the other day, we did 100 kilos for 20 reps.
100%.
Just
It's
fuck
like me
around.
doing 100 kilos.
And my max is a lot lower than yours. I think my 100
Yeah.
kilos for me is comparative to your 140.
I've probably been a bit of a bitch with my squats.
You're also getting adapted in your defense to that extra range and the technique
And
comfortable
running.
and that
You
after.
are
and you're
also
banging 14K runs.
You're an
Also,
endurance
all
athlete.
of us are sitting here throwing stones, but
that.
you are running a half a marathon.
This is not throwing a stone.
I'm throwing
We're
stones.
pushing.
I'm throwing stones.
I was
We're trying
reading,
to push him.
I was reading one of Dan John's books. I love the way he writes, by the way. It's so good. And he's like, the thing that got him from repping out 20 reps, repping out
Yeah.
315 for 20 reps was sitting next to his friend that squatted 315 for 30 reps.
350. Yeah. It was
And then he ended up, he goes, the next time I did it, I ended up squatting 315 for 45 reps.
yeah, exactly.
At Derrimut, we did that last week where we were doing the dip machine, and Fish did 15 and Jeremy did 17. So I did 18.
You got
Yeah.
it.
I
I
think
would have
there's,
done 18 if I
You just had to squash them.
you had to.
I think there's
You got
like so much merit to running your own race and being comfortable. In comparison's a thief of joy, but at the end of the day, it's fucking hard barbell training, and there's an element of competition and like training with partners and training in an environment that pushes you.
Another
I-
That is necessary.
I think there's
It's like You need that. There's the internal locus of control. You need a bit of fucking fuck this dog, man.
You need both. I think generally
both.
speaking, what drives you needs to be that internal desire
Yes.
to be better. But in the moment, in the session, in the week, you need to think, fuck that. He hit this. I want to go a little bit more. Like fucking. I'll say exactly. I'll give you the prime example. Fucking Todd and Delhi both weigh significantly less than me. They're squatting 185. I'm like, I got to out squat them. So I'll load up more the next week.
2
And
C-bombs, surely good. No. In the context of this toxic competition chat, I reckon it's
you
all
can
right.
have a C-bomb there.
You can have it.
I'll take a slap.
I'll give you one of them. I'll play it back and I'll mute one of them.
All right. That's all right. But no, yeah, 100%. Like, but I'm not training to beat them.
No.
But I train because
But
I
you
want
are.
to. But in the moment, the difference between me going 180 and 190 is suddenly driven by that.
Yeah.
Like,
And you probably squatted 190 perfectly fine.
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More competition, boys.
We need
for
it.
sure.
Just to touch on with the squats too, I was also very apprehensive with the squats because those first high bars I did were when we had Metamorphosis, Big Jack Edwards here, and my knees pulled up sore. My knees have been feeling good, but I figured out what in that bottom position. Remember, I said spread your asshole.
Yeah,
spread
open the taint.
I don't know how to explain it. Open the taint.
Eddie Cohen has been saying that cue for sumo deadlifts for
Open the taint.
decades.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it to someone. But like the one thing I've noticed is like really actually spreading my knees apart and getting my adductors open.
Knees out. Oh, then you're
Knees out, but then the knees come in.
Knees out and then knees in.
But you're
like a pendulum.
Yeah, you're pushing the knees out to get them in.
Yeah, they have to
But
move out so they could come
My
in.
knees have been feeling really good with the squats, and that's another reason why I've been just holding the load. But it's more just exposure. But I'm ready to send it because we're doing the testing day. The
Yeah,
5 iron
let's
testing day.
talk about the testing days.
So I got to get 200 for 5.
That's the goal, is it?
No nose.
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Should we talk about the rationale for the test today, like why it came about?
Yep.
It's what you said before.
Well, Buzz, take us through it.
So we've something that we've noticed, one with our own training, but then also with some of our clients, athletes, and I think it's just a fairly well documented sort of thing, just with like posts.
And a lot of
Not so much-
anecdote. There's a lot of
A
anecdote.
lot of anecdote, which I think is far better evidence.
Evidence backed.
It's far better evidence. Anecdote's the king. Anyway, post peak or post competition or whatever, there's just a period of training that is necessary, like structural adaptation, build muscle, like develop the skill a bit more, move away from heavy
Build your
singles,
base, yeah.
build your base, all that stuff, which is super necessary, if not what is actually going to lead you to hit bigger PRs the next time you peak. But it's very hard, and even with explanation and even with understanding, to sometimes see that, whether it's from an athlete, with a client, whoever it is, like it's sometimes hard to see how necessary that stuff is, especially when you've just come off of every single week hitting big PRs and hitting singles and then competing and hitting this, and it's like it's sometimes a little bit harder to G up for a 6RM PB than it is for a top single. And like having block goals are good, and yeah, like you have the mindset, treat your accessories like main lifts, but sometimes those 5, 6s, those sets of 8 can be a little bit neglected. So we've decided, one, we off the back end of like, we've done little challenges and stuff on the whiteboard, and it's very cool to see people like, oh yeah, you did 15 chin-ups, I'm going to do 16, or there's these dips, or you did your Copenhagen plank, like just shit that people don't push that hard. The second there's this degree of competition or a date, like things go through the roof. They start pushing harder. It's like, oh yeah, I just PB'd my Copenhagen plank by 85 seconds. It's like, all right, so what the fuck were you doing for the last 3 months? Not pushing that hard.
Nothing.
So for us,
Nothing.
like nothing. So for us, like there's only so much you can say to someone like, hey, I want you to push hard. I want you to push your squats harder. You'll get them to push it harder. But we've thrown a date out there. It's the last sort of like
23rd of December.
23rd of December for our athletes, for our members in here. There's just a 5RM squat and bench day, and everyone in some capacity has got squat and bench
Some variation
in
like,
their
yeah,
program.
bench, yeah.
But I know for a fact in that 4 weeks leading into that day, you're going to push your squats.
Everyone's
going
going to fucking send it.
Everyone's going to want to push their squats harder, want to push their bench harder. So that when they come to this day, which might not even need a peak, it's just a training day, really.
I think that's the most important thing. They're not, because I want to see. We'll see how this one goes, but I want to try to structure these maybe every 4 to 6 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
And we just
I don't think-
rotate.
doesn't it
It's
really
just a
need
week
peak?
6 of the
yeah.
block.
You
Like-
might just taper back.
The week prior.
The week prior, just taper back the 2 sessions before, just taper back slightly.
Yeah. Just those lifts.
Yeah,
as
just
well.
the
Just those lifts. You can still slam.
Instead of hitting a hard session on Tuesday, you save it for the Saturday. Like,
Exactly.
that could be-
Yeah, you might skip your second exposure of squats for the week to save it for the Saturday. Like that would be it. You don't have to taper it because like you don't want to have to lose out on a full week of training.
Well, so for example, like for me, I squat on a Tuesday, so that week I'd probably just have a taper squats, but then the rest of my bodybuilding should keep it all the same, but then send my squats on Saturday.
Yeah.
That would
absolutely.
be how we do it. So
What was the response like? Because I know you guys
Really good.
threw it in them.
Yeah.
I think I've already got like 6 people who are keen. I'm sure I'll have more.
I got 2 straight off the bat. You can probably guess who they were.
Jeremy Borzillo
Yeah. Michael Rakic.
and Michael Rakic, the goats.
Goats.
No.
Yeah,
Goats.
absolutely.
So I think
community leaders.
I'll
we
have
call them.
to push a few other people, I reckon. Or just
Yeah.
Got a few people that aren't actually in Melbourne at the moment.
Well, I've got Jaden from WA. He's going to do it by fucking correspondence.
By correspondence,
love
He's
that.
gonna slam
online
it.
Love
from
that.
the Discord.
Right.
Drop them in the.
Fucking
Actually, yeah, if you're in the Discord and want to partake on the
If you're not from
23rd,
Melbourne,
drop them in
let
the
us know
Discord.
what you hit.
Absolutely, I think it's going to be mad fun. Do you reckon we can get 30 people?
I reckon we will.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'll have
already
10 at
5
least.
I'm going to have to try and squat 205 for 5. I've got 6 weeks.
That's mad.
What?
I've got to beat him.
Fucking hell. That's
Love it.
hectic.
Love it.
I know you're a big squatter.
No,
What are you hitting?
It's got to be the
No,
same.
there'll be no-nos.
No.
I've hit 160 for 6 at like probably a 7.
Fuck, now I'm gonna push it harder.
So we're all doing no. What are you doing?
I'm not doing no-nos. I'm
Yeah,
doing.
you're a powerlifter.
I'm doing yes.
so I think I've got to.
I'll tell you what.
Yes,
though.
yes.
I won't do low bar. I hate low bar.
Yeah, do high bar.
I'm doing high bar.
Do high bar.
Definitely high bar.
Wait, what are the no's though? No belt, no sleeves.
Apparently the
no,
third is no spotter. Someone said that there was no spotter.
Nah.
I
It's
don't know.
equipment.
What
you
else
need
would
a
it be then?
spotter. Yeah,
Nah.
train
Sleeve.
safely.
Safety.
It's not. Thomas
Safety
Vale
first.
sent me the first no. They were dubbed the no squats.
The original no.
The original no, where they
was it?
referenced it was like an Olympic lifting video.
There's got to be belt, sleeves, and one more.
So I think I need to fuck off the.
No, it's
straps.
wraps.
Hey,
It's
wrist
wraps.
I think I need to fuck
have
off the
to
giant sets then.
Why?
You just need to
Nah,
push
nah.
a giant.
Nah,
set.
nah.
Gotta get some
You do
heavier
giant
shit.
sets with
Right.
180 kilos
Yeah, you
instead of 140.
Okay, no, you're right. It is no spotters.
Okay.
So no squats, no belts, no wraps, no spotters.
No.
We're not doing that.
No.
We-
They's not
we're
out.
doing
We
No.
encourage
No, they're
spotters.
not.
We want
Spotters are good.
spotters.
So Iron Mind's iconic photo of Ivan Chakarov. It was in.
I reckon
It
ours
was
can
actually
be-
in Melbourne. This was taken,
No belt,
93.
no sleeves, no marbles.
No marbles. So this guy, 91 kilos, Chakarov, squatted 270 kilos for a rock bottom triple. Someone, Randall Strossen, dubbed them no, since Chakarov had no belt, no wraps, no spotters. And it's since become a lifting world catchphrase. Several days later, the guy won the gold medal.
Love that.
270 kilo. Look how deep this squat is. Look at that.
Oh my
That is
god.
insane.
Nah, fuck it. I'm hitting a heavy set of 5 today.
No, what I was going to say, with your density sets, I think your giant sets, a better way would be, instead of increasing the reps, just fucking chuck 10 kilos on every week.
Stay at 16 reps.
Say
Stop
16
reps.
reps and then do 150 this week, 160 next week, 160,
Aggressive overload.
170. Linear.
Philippines chart.
Philippines.
Philippines.
a throwback.
Philippines.
Philippines chart.
As we're sitting here, I've decided I'm going to do no. I already don't. my sleeves are useless anyway. Don't really need them.
What do you mean?
My sleeves are like they're not giving me much anyway. If I forget my
Why
sleeves,
are you wearing them?
they help a bit. But if I forget them, it never bothers me. The belt's the main thing. But fuck it. If you guys are knowing,
Then
I'm
I'm maxing out my reverse grip bench.
I got to hit
my
170
bench.
for 5.
That's going to be your variation.
Was either incline or reverse grip. I'll do reverse grips more.
Go incline.
No, I think go incline.
incline.
No,
Incline's
definitely
mad.
incline.
Incline,
You reckon you
Incline's
could hit
mad.
140 for 5?
He 120. Was it 120 for 2 the other
I did
day?
120 for 2.
He 120 for 5. That'd be mad.
Go incline.
I reckon back in the day I did 120, but I did like full powerlifting. It's like shoulders back, chest up, belt. Like
were you
I'm doing
pausing
them like
those?
with relaxed scaps now, like more range, no belt.
The other day, did you pause that 120 for 2?
Probably. I pause most. of my
Don't
bench,
pause
yeah.
it, and you'll hit 140 for 5. Touch and go. Oosh.
Bounce it.
That's one thing I've always wondered. How much do people get out of touch and goes? Like, how much is that whole... When you were at your very strongest,
How much could
you
you touch
bench
and go?
177?
You get a bit more.
What do you reckon you could have benched touch and go?
I reckon
On that exact day? Same peak, same everything?
Not that much more.
185?
I'll think about that.
190?
Nah. No, not one from us. Nah, I don't reckon. I reckon it's because my triceps are piss weak. So like,
What's wrong with your
I'm
triceps?
just piss weak. I didn't train them enough. I need to train them harder.
You'd
no, you
still
are.
get your triceps will get a bit of help
I
still.
need to I've been watching the videos that Derrimut on the wall when they train, the
Yeah.
bodybuilders. They train.
Yeah.
They're good. They train.
What are you witnessing in those videos?
They're just fucking.
All right, so you're going to go incline.
Lots of variations that I'm like, that needs to come back. That needs to come back. It probably never went anywhere in the.
I don't really want to push bench though. I just want to do squats.
Just do a different bench.
I'm only going to do squat.
All right.
A touch and go.
I'm not going to do 5 RM feet up fucking hook lying bench.
So we need
don't do hook line.
I reckon touch and go mid grip at a minimum.
So I reckon we need to do a
At a
barbell
minute.
overhead press day as well.
That'll come.
That'll be a quick day. Everyone maxes out at like 65
Everyone gets to
kilos.
65 and that's it. Yeah. I'd tap out. It's fucking 50.
Everyone using the micro plates from 60 to 65.
I'm just going to wonder if we pick an exercise that people aren't that conditioned to and we get some fucking...
No, well, I think part of it is we have to keep it in line with the values of what we
that's
do.
the thing. It's an easy thing for us to do without changing anything because pretty much all our clients squat and bench
Already.
between somewhere.
Some variation
Doing
of them.
something between 3 and 8 reps. It's not that hard to decide in 1 week we're going to do 5 reps. Like you don't really need to like gear your program towards it. It's a set of 5. Like it's training.
Yeah.
Like it's
you probably only need a month to really...
Well, but for some people, you don't need anything. It's just keep training, and then on this day, we're going to do a set of 5. Like,
just max it out.
150 today on the density sets.
Crazy.
Build in more max outs within the community.
Yeah, and then I think the whole purpose, as Buzz was talking about before, is that this period where, for a lot of people, if there's no specific date on the calendar or event coming up, you're going to train, but this just makes you, even if it makes you train 10% harder, 20% harder, and it will. That's a massive win. Suddenly you finish this block having a 10 kilo PB on your 5 RM instead of a 5 kilo PB. If we do this multiple times a year, like collectively, we're always going to get more out of our training. Like it's just a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I got to get squatting, boys.
Fucking oath.
I got to get squatting.
Squats.
So what happened with your run recently, Charles?
Do I need to squat twice? Maybe I need to squat twice a week.
No, you need to focus on your half marathon and just stop sandbagging
As soon as the half marathon's done, though, I'm going twice a week. The 3 weeks before, twice a week.
I mean, just keep the one because if you're wiggy about any soreness, I think just the one.
Fucking last week was horrendous.
Yeah, just go the one, push that a bit harder, and then the half marathon's done. 2.
And stop sandbagging the one exposure that you do give yourself.
It's hard, man.
You can't be squatting the same as me, Charles. You got to be.
You need to fucking train.
That's why we do this today.
You need to train.
It's hard today.
Hard.
why we do
it's
it.
hard. It's just like you get when you. We're saying sometimes when you just train on your own, you can get complacent.
Oh, if only you had a gym that's
If
full of
only you
people
had
in
a
the
what
morning
we're doing
doing
now.
help you.
Demons.
We train together, team.
Nah, tell us about your run demons. You said you got some run demons.
So I
Time is money.
decided to change up location. So I went with CJ for a run on Beach Road, but we started at Warrigal Road and we went up towards the Beaumaris Way, which is notoriously hilly. But that day we only did 6-ish K, so we did 3K up, 3K back. Last week I was meant to do 12K. I got 5.2K up, but I was fucking struggling hard. The heat, I went at 8 a.m, but the heat was still like, the sun was
there was a couple of hot days
beaming
last
on
week.
me.
Yeah.
The hills killed me. Bit of a ductor sore. I was just a bit dominant from the day.
They aren't hills.
They're fucking speed bumps, mate.
The speed pump, man, fucking running. Well, look, a lot of people messaged me and were like, yeah, you don't run that part. You don't run that part. And I died. It was the hardest 10.5K of my life.
What speed did you do it in?
I still did it okay. Like, it was still a little bit slower than normal. Like, I can't remember specifically, but it took me an hour and 10 minutes to get through 10.5K.
Yeah.
Which is slow.
Because you ran 58 for the 10, didn't you?
Because I send it up. Fucking, what is it? What do they call when you go uphill? Gradient? Incline?
Yeah.
Gradient, fucking 3 kilometers of climbing. I had to walk. It was the first time in a run I had to stop and walk. Yeah, no, I physically had to stop and walk. I couldn't actually keep like my legs ticking over because it's just. And someone said it to me at Karkaruk, that little hill. They're like, you know how hard it is to go up that little 30-meter hill?
Because you have to attack it.
You have to attack it.
The problem
You do.
is, everyone has with the hills at Karkaruk, they're not even, those speed bumps.
It's one hill.
No, there's one
Bump.
there, and then the other side is the more slider incline. There's 2.
Yeah.
You can't slow down in anticipation of it. Oh, it's going to be harder, so I'll slow down and conserve energy. No, you have to attack it.
You spend more time.
You have to go faster going up the hill so that when you go back to normal pace, you level out.
Are you talking about the hill in the corner?
Yeah.
There's that one, and then the other side.
Well, not the
The
opposite
one, there's the one in the corner.
Which one are you coming? Are you coming down that hill though? On the other side,
we run the other way.
You go up.
you
and
guys
up.
run anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
You guys are running backwards.
That park run goes
Oh
anti-clockwise.
no
so we just
way!
follow
I've been
park run.
walking it backwards for years.
When I used to walk it, I walked it clockwise. I think clockwise. I think clockwise.
I like
makes sense.
anti-clockwise.
Yeah, the hills are harder.
The hills on Beach Road, some of them are like 200 meters.
You need to go faster. That was the key.
No, but then you go faster. You're doing a 200-meter effort in what's supposed to be a long, slow
Fart
run.
left, man. Have you heard of fart
Oh, man,
left?
surges, man.
My legs were
Unstructured
my
speed.
legs
200
were
meters
fucked.
surge.
My legs were fucked. I felt demons. I also thought we had a podcast, so I rocked up.
What?
I don't know. Last Wednesday, I thought we had a podcast. I did not listen.
It's next Wednesday's.
I did not listen correctly or whatever. Anyway, it worked out well because I got up and got everything done. So it was a blessing in disguise.
There's a Gmail invite.
Yeah, well,
come on, bro.
I did a podcast of my own last Wednesday.
Soon to be released.
You got one up. Patreon.
It's called Time is Money.
Yeah, time is money. Time is money. And it was fucking hard. It was hard.
So what did you learn through the demons, the exploration of demons?
Then you got to quit training.
No, I learned hills are fucked. I learned I'm not going back there tomorrow to do my long run. But my thing was like I'll change up location because I do the same that big one around fucking
Patterson
River, and it's cool. It's a great loop. But when you do it week in week out, I was like, I'll change the scenery. It'd be nice, something different. Look at some different shit. Yeah, won't be going back there. Well, that's to that specific part of Beach Road. There's better parts. I think you go further up, Sandy Way.
A bit nicer.
Lot flatter. Sandy Hampton, a lot flatter.
You know what we need to do? We need to do some heavy run club tours.
Yeah, no, I've thought
I want to
about
go
it.
to like Albert Park Lake.
So I was thinking of going there.
Park,
it's just a pain in the ass. I was thinking of doing that tomorrow because I've got to do 14. It's such a fucking...
Albert Park would be nice.
It'd be nice. I just got
Flat,
to drive there.
scenic.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, just get a feed afterwards. Make a day out of it.
I could. Yeah, look, to be honest, after this half marathon, I'm going back to the 10K distances. Not 10K. I'm going to be like that training. Yeah, a lot of 5, 6s, 7s, 8s.
How many weeks you got left?
14 and then 16 and then I did 7.5 on Saturday. So my Saturday sessions, I did the last 2 weeks. I did 3 1 kilometer efforts with 3 kilometers slow, and then this week finished with 1.5K easy. So 7.5K in total. This week I'll probably go 8, and I'll build that up so that I'm getting like 9ish there of like faster shit, and then the long slow run, which I want to build to 16. I've done 14 once before, but it's fucking 14 and 16 by yourself. I did 12 2 weeks ago. It gets
lonely.
You learn stuff.
Hairs on the chest.
by yourself.
Hairs on the chest.
You think about shit differently. When you're
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
I'm going to cut off every dog.
No,
everyone's a dog.
Revelations and shit out there.
That's what people have done for fucking millennia. You go out by yourself.
Run in the bush.
Isn't that the whole thing about like becoming a man? You're meant to spend like 30 days out in the bush by
30
yourself.
days or 14K, same thing.
Yeah.
30 days, 14Ks at Patterson River.
A 1 hour run by yourself. Yeah.
Apparently there's this
Fuck,
really
it's
nice
tough.
book. Hopefully someone listening
this
to
nice
it.
trail. This nice book.
Nah, there's
Weird
a
Trails, man.
book. It's a Japanese book on like the spirituality of running.
Oh, Malaka.
Yeah, no, apparently it's a beautiful read.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, no,
I think I
don't.
need that.
If
That's
anyone
right
is
up your
listening,
alley, Charlie.
Well,
Yeah,
what I did Saturday
Quantum
morning.
running.
So I didn't go to Heavy Run Club. I messaged Bulls. I said I just needed the morning off. I had big weekend with the engagement. I was like, I just
didn't want it bad enough.
I didn't want it bad enough. No, I think I needed to make my fiance happy. Not that I need, but I needed to be. No. I needed
Still went for a run,
I
but
just didn't want to get up early, and then later in the afternoon I was tired and shit. I just
You
wanted
needed
to be-
your beauty sleep.
I needed my beauty
That's all
sleep.
right.
You need
It's
your
fine.
beauty
It's
sleep.
fine.
Oh, so you had nothing else to do but sleep. That's what you had
No,
to do.
I went running by myself.
Yeah, no,
Around
you had a late
Paddle
night. I got that text message came through at 11. You had your
Family over from Sydney and
Yeah, it's
stuff.
fair
I was just
enough.
like, I just need an extra bit of sleep. So
I would have made them go to sleep earlier.
yeah, we'll
I'd have been like, hey guys, I've got to run.
Sorry, I know you
tomorrow.
wanted. Hey, you came
Yeah,
here
yeah.
for our engagement all the way from Sydney. Time to leave now.
I've
We've
gotta
got
run,
beauty.
all right?
I've got to run in the morning. Anyway, so I got up in the morning to G me up a bit. I watched the Nick Bear training session. He's training for a sub 2 hour 45-minute half marathon, and he clocked up.
Half marathon.
Full marathon. 2 hour 45 full marathon.
Holy shit.
And he clocked up some. So I watched a 20-minute training vlog of his, and that fucking G me up. So I'm ready to go now. I got to improve my attire as well. The cotton's got to go. It has to go.
Yeah, man,
You know what?
Bro,
I think I need to go to New Balance today and get and get a singlet for tomorrow. That's the cotton's got to
Man,
go.
you finish
tech wear.
it's
changed my
unbelievable.
life.
I
It's
was
got to
wrong.
go. I need at least one piece to run in because
When you finished the 10K, I came up to give you a fucking high
wet.
five. You were fucking. I was fairly dry. Tech year. Charlie was fucking soaking.
Your top was off.
man, you get hot.
No, we're not there.
Did you run the 10K
topless.
I was in tech gear.
Nah,
That's why I
at
wasn't
Car
sweating.
Crook, the top comes off every time.
Oh, yeah.
I ran Saturday morning topless. Yeah.
Yeah, Cotton's. We're done with Cotton.
Cotton's.
What is it
Everything else
about
remains-
Cotton? Is it the nips?
You don't breathe.
Is it the nips or the sweating?
It's not the nips.
I don't
for
think
me.
we
It
hit
just
those
soaks
dis-
up the sweat, whereas it doesn't. No air gets in.
It doesn't have that quick dry. That
Yeah,
try,
quick dry.
try
That
technology.
dry
yeah,
fit.
Dry fit.
No climacush.
I'm watching Nick Bear's training videos, and he's like, "Yeah, so going to be doing 7 miles easy warm up. Then we're going 4 miles at 6:10 pace, and then 4 miles at 6 pace, and then 4 miles at 5:50 pace." I'm like, "Oh, I run similar paces to Nick Bear." Then I realised he's talking miles. Yeah,
60% faster.
6 minute per mile pace. So he's running like fucking significantly faster. So yeah,
But it's still G'd you up.
it cheated me up. That was the point. I put it on because I'm like, oh, gee, like just watching someone else. And just the shit he says as well. He's like, he's running. He's like, this marathon prep's not about this training session. It's the accumulation of like me going from my first run ever. And like, it's the accumulation of all those habits built up over years and years and years. So yeah, he's like, don't just look at this marathon prep as this 12-week prep, but look at it as the last 7 years I've been running and shit. Like, and it's just those compounding habits for anything, not just running, lifting, it's all compounding.
Absolutely.
James Clear, Atomic Habits.
Nice. Is he still massive?
Yeah, I think so.
I think his book's still like top 10.
Atomic Habits is a really
No, I
good
mean
book.
no.
Oh, you meant size? You
No,
meant like,
no. I mean Nick Bear's size.
You meant like
Oh,
weight?
Right. I couldn't give a fuck about anyone's following. Is this guy still jacked or not whilst he's running?
I thought you meant the Atomic Habits like selling how many books he's
No,
sold.
he's huge. Yeah, I know he's huge. No, Nick Bear, he's still jacked. Like he was huge.
Nick Bear's I would say he's jacked. Is
he saucy?
He's lean. I don't know.
He used to be massive.
because he's
He
deadlifted
used to-
700 pounds.
He used to because he was like military. That's when he
Yeah.
started. It was BPN, like Bear Performance Nutrition.
Yeah, and he hated running. He said
Yeah.
that he hated running,
and he was like
similar to me.
He was mega jacked.
I remember when Alex Hayes was here, and we got up. He stayed at our house. We went for a walk with the dogs and the baby and the pram shit. And I was like, there's people doing park run, and I was like, oh fuck that. I'll never fucking run. Like, why would you want to run? And then like 6 months later, now fucking
Now it's your identity.
spirituality of running.
Like, speaking of park run, Saturday morning,
Yeah.
we finish up. We're all under the gazebo. The one person that hadn't finished their run or was like just wrapping up was Woodford.
We were soaking up the moment.
Top off. Park run. All the
Veneer's
people there.
out.
Veneer's out. He's looking tanned. He's looking juicy.
Headphones on.
Headphones on. He's standing with his arms outstretched on the footpath. We're all like 50 to 75 meters away. We're a while away from him. And there's all the people like warming up for park run on the trail. And he's just standing there, middle of the trail, arms outstretched, eyes shut, but like towards the sun.
He was worshipping a sun
He
god.
was
It was like
worshipping the sun. So you've got people like walking up the trail past him, and there's just fucking this massive unit just standing.
Tattoos
This
everywhere.
fully tatted, just standing looking at the sun. And I was like,
Diamond earpiece is glistening.
glistening. And then I think like he opened his eyes, see someone walking. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. They walk past, does it again, shuts his eyes, and then he like does a slow 360. Like
He was
looking at the
grounding,
sun.
mate. He was grounded.
Fully grounding.
Getting that early AM sunlight in,
That's it.
just fucking
Key.
Absolutely. It's key for longevity.
That's it. We're all watching knowing exactly who he is.
Yeah.
All these people at park run are probably like, what the fuck?
is going on? I think the crux of the running thing is not that it's my identity. It's that sometimes doing shit that you don't think you would like, you end up liking it.
Yeah.
But I think running's a lot of people are like that. Like Nick Bear, look at Nick Bear. He's like, I hated it, never wanted to do it. And
I
then
think you
now
made
he's-
this post last night. Literally,
Yeah.
like people, they hate on it, but they've never given themselves a chance to actually
like it.
Yeah.
It's like if the first time you ever train, you max out and you staple yourself, you're probably not going to like it.
you're gonna have a bad association with lifting weights if you max it. Oh, that was tough. That hurt. Like
Yeah. People don't do that with lifting weights. With lifting weights, they generally like do a hard workout, get through the workout, and they're like, oh, that was fun. Pull up super sore the next day, but know that eases up. With running, the first exposure to people running every time is sprint out the fucking driveway, gas out 200 meters down the road, almost spew, and they're like, yeah, nah.
Done.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
And then you got knee tendinopathies and your Achilles is
But yeah,
cooked.
running's so good for your knees.
Yeah. Blew
I
my
wonder,
calf
like-
out. You don't actually get a chance to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taken even now, like it's taken nearly, well over 13 months now to build to these sort of distances.
Yeah, but even at the start of the year, I remember at the start of the year, like, nah, I'm not running that distance.
Half marathon, yeah. I'm so
That's pretty sick.
Okay, this is the point of it though. I'm like, oh fuck, why did I sign up to this shit? But no, the goal is to get it done.
That's it.
Mad.
The goal is to get it done.
Alrighty.
I just want to get through these next 2 long runs on my own because I don't have a fucking. If anyone wants to run 14K with me tomorrow,
What time are you running?
this will be. I want to go early. Wilco said go early. I did the worst thing. I did the 12K at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
That sucks.
Yeah, Wilco's like,
Wilco doing?
That's a
Goes
shit
Wilco.
time.
he's probably working. like most people on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I would, but I got my calendar's full, bro.
Business.
I got a lot of
see how it is.
I got a lot of
business.
calls.
See
Cuz.
how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my athletes, man.
No, I'm gonna actually take my Bluetooth on the run. Work while I run.
All right, we're wrapping this up. Thank you very much for listening.
Time is money.
If you're interested in coming down to the gym for some technique help, we are here to help. Just simply message the page if you're working through something or you just want to learn more about a particular movement or whatever. We're here to help. And also, if you're interested in joining the gym, we have our 8-week starter pack, which includes a technique session, a nutrition consult, 8 weeks on our training app for a program, and also 8 weeks membership here. Get around the community, get around the fun, and finish off the year strong. We'll, hopefully see you around, and we'll see you next week.